Hello.
Oh,
Yes. Can you hear me well?
yes, I can.
Okay. So yes. Good afternoon, Miss Sharon. How are you?
I'm fine.
Mm. Okay. So how's your day so far?
Mm, it's good. I just finished lunch.
Mm-mm. You just had your lunch.
Yes.
Okay. Today? I mean, just earlier.
Yeah.
Mm. Uh,
Yes. Because this morning I had a listening class, and until 11 o'clock.
mm-mm. So you had your listening
Yeah.
class earlier. Uh,
Yes.
okay. So let's say, how about your plans for this a weekend?
Weekend tomorrow. Uh, tomorrow I will I uh attend a meeting in Monday. So tomorrow I will uh go to Taipei because this meeting uh is held in Taipei and it's far away my country.
Mm-mm. Your
Hmm.
con I mean your
Uh,
city?
yeah, yes, because yes, city because I live in the south of Taiwan, but Taipei is in the north of Taiwan. Yeah.
Mm-mm. Okay. Also, which part is it again in Taiwan you stay, Miss Sharon?
Mm, I live in the south of Taiwan, Kaohsiung.
Kaohsiung.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So how long does it take for you to reach how to say this, like Taipei, if you're gonna take the train?
Mm, I always take high road train and it just spend about 2 hours. It's okay. But if
Mm-mm.
you take a normal train, it takes four to 5 hours.
Mm-mm. Okay, but is it a bit expensive?
Yes, yes.
Mm-mm.
Use money to 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 change time.
Mm-mm. Okay. So, but let's just say, how much is it, if you don't mind me asking, from Kaohsiung to Taipei City?
High road train spend about 150 $1,500.
Mm-mm.
Uh,
NTD.
yes, NTD.
Wow, it's really expensive.
Yes, yes, but it's quickly and
Mm-mm.
comfortable. Yeah.
Mm-mm. Okay. So, even though it's a bit expensive, um,
Uh,
it is quick, or it's convenient for you to
mm,
reach Taipei City
mm,
in just a short
mm,
period of
mm,
time. Mm.
mm,
But uh okay, but let's say if you will not take the train or the high speed train, Miss Sharon, what are like the other
mm.
options that you could take for you to reach Taipei City?
Can take a bus.
Take a bus, but how long it will be from Kaohsiung to Taipei?
Uh, 8 hours.
8 hours.
Yes,
Mm,
yes.
okay. So even though it's much cheaper, but it consumes a lot of time.
Mm, yes, y- yes. Because sometimes will uh traffic jam. Yeah,
Mm-mm,
but if you don't meet traffic jam, maybe 5 hours. Yeah.
mm-mm. Ah, okay. So, even though it's cheap, the issue now
Mm,
is that it's gonna be how to say this, like it's kind of traffic, especially on the way
yeah,
to Taipei from
yeah,
Kaohsiung.
yeah.
Mm, okay, so that means on your way back home, you're still gonna take the
Mm,
high speed train.
yes.
Okay, so you spend a lot of money on it. Okay. Mm. You're gonna have it
Mm,
like overnight. You're gonna stay there overnight, or you will go back. I mean, you will. go home within the day after you finished your meeting?
The meeting closed one day, so when I back to Kaohsiung, it is about 9 o'clock p.m. So it's night. It's too uh yeah.
Mm-mm. Ah, okay. So the meeting will be the entire day.
Yes, yes.
Mm. So after the meeting, and considering
Mm,
it's just it's 4 hours, right?
mm,
Uh so you so let's just say your meeting will end around 5 p.m. So
mm,
once you take the high speed train, you're gonna reach Kaohsiung maybe around 9 p.m.
yes.
Okay, I see. But after you got off from the train station or from the high-speed train, do you still need to take the public transportation for you to reach the venue or the place where you will have the meeting?
Yes, I will take the MRT
Mm-mm.
and walk to the university because this conference held in the university.
Mm-mm. University is gonna be in a university. Which university is it? National Taipei?
Uh, National Taiwan University.
I mean National. Sorry, it's not National Taipei. It's
Yeah.
National Taiwan.
Also has a school called National Taipei University. Yeah,
Ah,
because
okay.
Taiwan University is the best one in Taiwan. Yes.
Okay. So this meeting will be in the top one university of your country.
Yes, Taiwan University.
Okay. I
Mm,
see. So that means there will be a lot of people on Monday.
yes. And it's
Mm,
also a weekday, so there's many people. There are many people. Mm,
okay. Not only that, it will have many attendees for the meeting. Um, there
mm,
will be also students at the university, right? So it's going to be a bit crowded.
mm, yes.
Mm, okay. So by tomorrow, you will prepare your
Mm,
luggage or maybe the things that you're gonna bring for the meeting.
yes.
Okay. But you're
And
gonna leave
mm,
Kaohsiung early in the morning on Monday or tomorrow night?
uh, tomorrow because I plan to uh go a bit earlier to meet a friend.
Mm-mm. Ah, so
Yeah.
you're gonna leave
She
Kaohsiung
also live
tomorrow.
in Taipei. Yeah, she also live in Taipei, so I plan to go earlier to meet her.
Mm-mm. Ah, okay.
Mm,
So not only it's because you want to be early, but at the same time you have a schedule, which is you're gonna meet a
mm,
friend in Taipei.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
I see. So, thank you so much for that one, Miss Sharon. And of course, without any further ado, let's start with our class. So, let me share my screen first. And please confirm if you can see my screen clearly at your end, Miss Sharon.
Mm. Oh, yes, I can.
Okay. So, of course, before we proceed here to the next part of our activity or lesson, let's have first just a very quick review. And if you could still remember from our previous class, right? So, do you still remember what have we discussed or what we did from that time?
Mm, yes, I learned weak foods and strong food.
Mm-mm. Okay. So, let's say, when do we normally use the weak form?
Uh, weak food when uh conjunctions used in a conjunction.
Mm-mm. Conjunction
Mm. Conjunctions, yes,
or
and
mm-mm.
or like the and this word.
Okay, you mean the function words.
Yes, function
Uh,
word.
okay. Aside from that, why do we normally use the weak form? Why is it common for native English speakers to use the weak form?
Why?
Yes.
Mm,
Why do you think native
more,
English speakers uses the weak form?
more fluency. Mm,
Come again?
fluency.
Fluency. Okay. It's
Yes.
because it's more fluent or it's fluent
Fluent.
if you will use
Yes.
the weak form. Okay.
Yes.
Anything to add
Mm, and they
or no
can
more? Mm-hmm.
emphasize the other words.
Mm. Okay.
Mm,
Emphasize the other words with weak form
mm,
or
mm, oh,
that's for the strong form, right? We use the strong form
mm,
to emphasize words, right? So, what are
mm,
aside from that one, aside from emphasizing, what when do we usually use the strong form?
mm, uh, end of a sentence.
Mm-mm. End of a sentence, and then
Uh, and then uh, the different one. Okay,
different.
contrast in yes, contrast
Mm.
one.
Okay, contrasting. Last one.
Yes,
There's another
and
one.
before pause.
Okay, very good. So there are several reasons why we use a strong form. First is if we want to emphasize a certain word, or maybe if you want
Mm,
to contrast it with another word. Second is we
mm,
normally use the strong form if it comes before a pause. And then
mm,
lastly, we use the strong form if it comes at the end of the sentence. But normally,
yes.
in English conversations, we tend to use the strong form, specifically if you want to emphasize or if you want to contrast it with another word. That's very common in
Mm,
English conversation, right? Okay,
mm, okay.
so that's our previous lesson. And before that, do you have any other concerns or questions from that topic, Miss Sharon, or none so far?
So fun. But can you share the screen again because I cannot
Oh,
see the book now. Oh yeah, yes, now I can.
ah,
Okay.
okay, I see. So, but before that, do you have any questions with the previous topic or previous lesson, or none so far?
No.
No question?
Yes.
Okay. So since you don't have any question from the previous topic or lesson, let's now proceed to our next topic here. And we're gonna move forward to an exam
Mm,
technique on what it means to know a word. Right.
mm,
Okay. So in this case, we have an exam tip here, right? So can you read
mm.
it for me, Miss Sharon?
Yes, sure. Okay. In the else speaking exam, you will be judged on your use of vocabulary. Having a good vocabulary is not just about knowing lots of words and phrases. You have to know how to use them. If you use slang in the exam, it might show inappropriate. Equally, some words that are extremely formal or old-fashioned are not often used in speaking and might also sound inappropriate.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I think you already know, right, how important it
Mm,
is to use a specific vocabulary. Right. Now,
mm,
in IELTS speaking test, not only you will be assessed based on your lexical knowledge or how many
mm,
vocabulary words you know, how many phrases you know, maybe how many expressions you know, but also
mm,
if you know how to use them accurately in a sentence.
mm,
So take note,
mm,
if you use a slang in the exam, it may sound inappropriate, right? Now, when
Mm,
we say slang, are you familiar with slangs, Miss Sharon?
mm, slang.
Slang, yes. Are you familiar with slang?
Mm, yeah, yeah, sometimes we'll use some slang.
Mm-mm. Okay, so in your own understanding, what is a slang, Miss
Mm,
Sharon?
uh, maybe they, in a in our traditional culture,
Mm-mm.
uh, this word can mean another meaning.
Mm-mm.
Yes,
Okay. So if we say slang, when do we normally use slangs?
yes. Mm,
When do we normally use them?
normally use them.
Yes.
Uh, yeah. Mm, like uh, in modern when we describe many people, we will say people mountain, people sea.
Mm, okay.
Yeah.
I see. So now, thank you so much for that one, Miss Sharon. Now, if we say slang, this one is very common in English conversation, or let's say in English
Mm,
language. So
mm,
if you, let's say you were close with an English native speaker, right? So
mm,
if that person would use a slang, that means your conversation with them is just casual.
mm,
Because if we say slang, slangs are what we considered informal words or maybe expressions that are used in casual conversation, and oftenly they are used by a particular group, like for example with young
mm,
people, and are not usually used in formal conversations. So like
mm,
for example, um I think you have heard about internet slangs. There are many internet slangs or internet words like for in this generation. So slangs are what we consider informal words. So for
mm,
example, the word okay. So example the words cool and also awesome are what we consider slang expressions. Okay. They're
mm,
considered slang and
mm,
it's commonly used in casual conversation or informal conversation.
mm.
Okay.
Okay.
So not only with individual words, but also phrases. Hmm.
Mm,
Okay. So is it all good now with slang, Miss Sharon?
it's okay.
Okay. Now, aside from that, also, if how to say this, like, of course, you need to be careful with the specific word based on its level of formality, right? But
Mm,
take note if you also use a formal word, but it's extremely formal or old fashioned, it will still not be
mm,
considered or it will not be good because it's not used now in this present time,
mm,
or it may sound a
mm,
bit inappropriate. So that's why
mm,
knowing a certain word is really important. You should identify if that word is slang, if that word is informal, if that word is extremely formal, or maybe old fashioned that is not used
mm.
these days anymore. Okay? So that's
Okay.
how you will be able to know not only based on the function of a certain word and the meaning of it, but at the same time if it's appropriate or if it's accurate
Mm,
in the sentence that you have used. Okay? So that's for
okay.
that one. So any clarification with um that part, Miss Sharon?
Mm. It's okay.
Okay, so since you don't have any question with that part, let's now proceed to our first activity here. Okay, now, as
Mm,
you may know, we have five words here, but the problem is those words are informal and old fashioned.
mm,
Okay, so what will happen for this part, Miss Sharon, is I want you to match the words from 1 to 5 with their more neutral synonyms from A to E. And after that, I want you to identify which words from 1 to 5 are what we considered informal and which of them are old fashioned. Okay?
mm.
So,
Okay.
I will give you some time maybe to have your answers ready. You can use the internet if you want. And then after that, let's discuss your answers. Okay?
Okay. Mm. Okay.
Okay. So, since you are
Mm.
done, let's have your answer. So, let's start with number 1. Kindly read the word together with your answer.
Bed means
And
friend.
means friend. So, that means it's letter C. How about
Mm.
with number 2?
Build. Build means
Mm-hmm.
boyfriend.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Actually, this one is bow.
Oh, bow. Bow. Okay.
Yes.
Bow.
Mm. Bow. And your answer is letter B, boyfriend.
B. Yes.
Okay. How about with number 3?
Blow
Come
means
again.
E. Man.
Mm-mm. Men. And number 4?
And folks. Folks means A. Parents.
Mm. Parents. And lastly, um,
It's we King's
uh,
Floor is
uh,
uh, D.
okay. So for the king's walk, you have
Mm,
letter
D.
D.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. Am I audible at your end, Miss Sharon?
Mm.
Can you hear me well?
Yes, I can.
Okay, because I think my internet was acting up again. I don't know why. Okay,
Uh,
so that one, it's a good job for matching the words to its more neutral
mm,
pronunciation. But
mm,
which of them are what we consider formal, old-fashioned and informal? Okay, now,
mm,
um, how about this? Let's start with number 1 with mate.
mm. Wait, I think it's informal word.
And, mm-mm, informal.
Mm,
Uh,
informal.
Okay, very good. That's correct. How about with number 2?
Bold. Mm, I rarely heard about this, so maybe it's an old-fashioned word.
Mm-mm. So, very good. It is old fashioned. So, if we say,
Mm,
um, since boyfriend is what we consider like more neutral, synonym, right? Can you
mm.
give me another synonym for saying that person is your boyfriend or your girlfriend? What other synonyms you can think of aside from boyfriend or girlfriend?
Mm. And I know some in some country they said partner,
Yes, very good. Partner. You can also use that
partner,
one. Partner. Or they may add romantic partner.
partner. Oh, romantic
Okay,
partner.
very good. Now, how about with three, with bloke?
Look, informal,
Informal. Okay, very good. It's informal. And how about with number four?
oh,
Fall?
mm,
Folks?
informal,
Informal. Okay, very good.
mm,
And lastly, with number five, teens fall.
mm, old-fashioned.
Old fashioned. Okay. Right. So what's another way of saying aside since kinfolk is old fashioned, what's a more neutral or a more natural way of expressing that one?
Mm, my, mm,
If you say members of a family, what's another
oh,
way of saying it?
relatives,
Come again. How do you pronounce it? Relat
relative,
it's
relative,
relatives.
relatives. Yes,
Okay.
relatives.
Okay. It's because
Yes.
if we um this part
Mm,
if you try to if you I know it may sound related because they're connected,
relate,
right? But
mm,
normally we read it as relatives. Okay?
relatives.
Okay, at one. So very good with that one, Miss Sharon. Okay, so before that, any questions so far with this activity or none so far?
Mm, mm. I have a question because I am not a native speaker, so sometimes I learn words from books or
Mm-mm.
some recording, but how to separate this word is the old fashioned or informed.
Okay. If you're into reading, um, how to say this, literature, like
Mm,
novels, old
mm,
poetries, um,
mm,
how to say this, like, yeah, short stories of those, like classic literature,
mm,
they normally
mm,
use old-fashioned words. So, like,
mm,
for example, um, commonly we use the, right?
mm,
But in Old English, I could say Old English, um, how to say this, like, both are, how to say this, like, oh, no, 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 no. In, how to say this, I forgot. I'm sorry. If in normal English now, or in today's English, we say you or maybe your, right? So, for example, you'd
mm,
say, that's my book. That's
mm,
your book. Like,
mm,
let's just say, I love you, that one. But in Old English before, if you want to use you, which is a possessive adjective, they will normally say, I love thee. So that
mm,
means thee
mm,
means you in Old English. So that's old fashioned.
mm.
Now, your in Old English is
Oh,
what we call die. Die. That
mm,
is your thy book. That's what they say.
mm,
Thy. book. So that one is old fashioned and we do not use it
mm,
anymore. Unless if
mm,
you will use it in a artistic way like doing poetry.
mm,
Mhm. Okay. So one thing you will know
okay.
is that that word is old fashioned or extremely formal if they do not use it in either casual conversation or maybe in academic writing.
Mm, mm,
Okay. All good, Miss Sharon.
yes. Okay. Yes, but some people prefer you use this one. It depends the person, right?
Mm. It depends on the
Yeah,
person.
because yeah, in Mandarin we also have some old-fashioned words, but some people like use this one to uh present their high class.
Mm. Okay. But actually in
Yes,
English it may be a bit different, right?
different.
Especially
Okay.
if they need to if they need to measure your
Mm.
level of fluency in using the
Oh,
English
okay.
language, right? So I
Mm,
suggest considering IELTS speaking is very particular when it comes to lexical resource, I mean,
mm,
you can use technical words, especially technical words, if it is appropriate to the topic.
mm,
Okay? So that one.
okay.
So any other concern, Miss Sharon?
Mm, no, thank.
Okay. So thank you so much for that one. So that means let's now proceed to our next activity. So I know we normally learn English vocabulary words by simply memorizing some of them. That's
Mm,
the common practice of most English learners, or how they usually expand their knowledge when it comes to vocabulary words. But there's a more, how to say, there are different strategies for you to be able to expand or to build your vocabulary. Okay.
mm,
So in this activity, Miss Sharon, for you to be able to really know a piece of vocabulary, you should know the following steps here, or you should identify, you should be familiar with some of this. So I
mm,
have here 7 questions. Okay. And I wanted to answer each of them. Okay. Like, for
mm,
example, I know it may sound a bit confusing. So, what pitch is it? Just focus on the italicized word. Okay. So, they
mm,
may say, for example, what part of speech is the word folks? And
mm,
what part of speech is the word formal?
mm,
Then, in question number 2, what are the other parts of speech of the word? For example, formalized, which is the verb form. What's the other form of it? What's the noun form?
mm,
What's the adjective
mm,
form? Or maybe what's the adverb form of the word formalized, if there is any of it? Okay?
mm,
Then that goes the same also with the questions here. You simply focus on the italicized words. Okay? So some of the questions, skinny and means thin, but which can be insulting and which is complimentary. You focus with the for example part. Okay?
mm,
That one. So now in this case, Miss Sharon, I will give you some time maybe to gather your answers or your um your answers. Once done, let's check and let's discuss some of your answers. Okay?
mm. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so let's start with number one. Okay. Now, what part of
Mm,
speech is it? What part of speech is the word false?
it's not.
Now, how about with
Mm,
formal
adjective.
adjective, right? Okay. Now, when we
Adjective.
say part of speech, do you know the eight parts of speech in English? Are you familiar with them, Miss
Part,
Sharon?
part of mm,
Yeah, part of speech in English.
uh, part like noun, adjective, and verb. This one.
Mm-mm. Yeah, but there's more actually. There's
Mm,
eight of them. So if we have
mm,
noun, we have adjective, and we have um verb. What's the other five, if you know?
mm. Yes, I know the pronoun.
Pronoun,
Yes, and adverb.
adverb. Okay, very good. There's three more.
Yes, uh, conjunction
Conjunction, very good.
and preposition. Preposition.
Preposition, very good. And lastly,
Preposition like interjection.
interjection. Okay, very good. If we say interjection, what are interjections again, Miss Sharon?
Like ouch.
Okay, so basically, those are what we call words that expresses emotions, right? Okay, how about
Yes, yes.
conjunctions?
Conjunction like and, but, oh.
Mm-mm. Okay, so in other words, those are what we call words that
Which one?
conjunction. Conjunctions are what we
Conjunction
call words that, what's their function?
and, but, oh.
Okay. Yeah, those are example
Because
of conjunction, right? So what's the
yeah,
function or what's the purpose of conjunctions in a sentence?
sometimes connect two sentences.
Okay, so they connect words and at the same time
Mm,
phrases or maybe clauses, right?
yes, yes.
Okay. Now how about preposition? What's the function of preposition?
Mm, it before the noun.
Before the noun?
Yeah, yes, and like yeah, like in it.
Okay. So in other words, when we say
Mm,
preposition, it shows the relationship between words or maybe phrases or maybe other words in a
yes.
sentence, right? So it may say
Mm,
preposition of time, preposition of how to say this, of place. That's why it's really
mm,
important that you should be able to use prepositions correctly at the same time.
mm,
Okay,
okay.
so very good with that one. So good job with number one. How about with number two? So what's the other parts of speech for the word formalize, which is the verb form?
Mm,
Let's say, does
uh,
the word formalize has a noun form or no?
fo- formal.
Okay, formal.
Adjective.
Okay, formal
Yes,
is
formal.
adjective. Okay, how about the other? Is there another?
And formality. It's not
Come again. How do you pronounce it?
formality.
Formality.
Formality. Okay,
Okay.
formality.
Formality is the noun form. Okay, very good. Another
And formally, the adverb.
adverb. Okay, very good. So, Those are the other parts of speech. So you should be able to know how to use them correctly, right? When it comes to knowing a single word, try to know if it has another word forms,
mm,
right? So for
mm.
example,
Okay.
I would say here, create. Create is verb, right? Can you
Mm.
give me the adjective form of create?
Creative.
Creative. Okay, very good. How about the adverb form?
Creative. Creatively.
Okay, very good. And
Creative.
how about with the noun?
Now creation.
Creation, or there's another one also. You can create
Creator.
too.
Creator.
Creator.
Mm.
You're correct with
Noun.
creation.
Yeah.
There's another one also.
Create.
Create.
Creation. Creativity.
Ah, yes, very good. So either it's gonna be creativity or creation. Okay? So
Mm,
that's how you could build your vocabulary when it comes to
mm,
English. Okay? Mm.
mm.
Now,
Okay.
let's proceed to number four. Does the word, not four, number three, I'm sorry. Is the word slang informal, formal, or old fashioned? Or is it used in all English speaking countries or in just some countries? So, for example, with the word bloke, is it used
Mm,
in the UK or in the US?
mm. In the UK.
In the UK, right. So, if you could still remember, does all English speaking countries uses the word bloke? Do
Mm,
all English speaking countries uses the word bloke? Yes or no?
I know in the UK, but not know uh, which country.
Okay. So actually, bloke is still used in some European countries where that was under the British Royal before. Like for example,
Mm,
UK, United Kingdom. And at the same time,
mm,
Australia still uses the word bloke.
mm. Okay.
Okay. I'm not sure with Canada, but from what I know, Australia up until now, they still use the word bloke.
Mm,
Okay. Now, how about with number
okay.
four? Does the word have any connotations you should be aware of? Now, for example, both slim and skinny means thin, but which can be insulting and which can be complimentary?
Mm, skinny is more negative and insulting, and slime is positive.
Okay, slim.
Slim, yes.
Okay, very good. So take note if we say skinny, skinny is insulting, right? Because it is
Mm,
rude. It's rude,
mm,
especially if you will say it to someone directly, because if we say skinny, it usually means too thin, or you are,
yes.
or a person is unhealthily thin, right?
Mm,
Now, if we say slim, slim is more of like a compliment. It's positive,
mm,
right? Because when we use it to someone, we are kind of like suggesting that someone or that person is attractively thin or healthily looking.
mm,
Okay,
yes.
healthy looking, I mean. So that's why it's
Oh,
really important that you
mm,
know what's the connotation of the word that you will use. If it is
mm,
rude, if it's positive, or if it's a bit like how to say it is like what's the emotional or maybe the cultural connection of that word in a sentence.
mm,
Okay?
mm.
Mm, very
Okay.
good. How about with number five? How do you pronounce the word and which syllable is stressed? For example, the first word, which syllable is stressed in this word?
Oh, boy.
Boy. But how many
Yeah.
syllables are there?
Uh, three.
Three. If you're gonna read it, how many syllables?
Boyfriend. Boyfriend.
Boyfriend.
Two.
So it's just two,
Boyfriend.
right? So
Yeah.
that means the stressed syllable is the first syllable. It's the boy. Very good. How about
Mm.
with the second word? But first, how many syllables are there?
Three.
Three. And which is the stressed syllable?
Two.
The
Kwang.
second?
Kwang.
Okay, so how do you read it with the
Second.
proper stressing?
Uh, ac- acquaintance.
Okay,
Acquaintance.
again,
Acquaintance.
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 Okay,
Okay.
acquaintance.
Acquaintance.
Okay, so when we say acquaintance, what does acquaintance mean?
Uh, acquaintance means the family person.
Mm-mm. Familiar. You are
Mm.
familiar with that
Family.
person. Okay,
Yes.
you know
Yes.
them, but you are not close with them.
Yes.
Okay, that's correct. Now, next is this one is more of like explanation. When it comes to
Mm.
narrowing a single word, you should note the grammar of the word or maybe the phrase. Then, is it
Mm.
an irregular verb? For example, like when you change it into from its base form to past tense, it will be spelled differently. Like for example, seek, sought, sought. So you should be
Mm.
careful with that one if the verb form changes. The next is
Mm.
if it's a noun with an irregular plural form. Like for
Mm.
example, man is singular, man it's its plural form, right? And then lastly, if it is followed by a particular preposition. Mhm. Okay, so that's
Mm.
how you should be careful when it comes to learning a certain word. Okay.
Mm.
Normally we focus with this too. Like if it's an irregular verb or if it has irregular plural form. Okay?
Mm. Okay.
No question.
No.
Hey, how about with number seven? Are there any useful collocations? So for example, you know the single word friend, but
Mm.
But as you may know, you can use it in multiple collocations. Like, for example, close friend, make friends with somebody, circle of friends. Now, can you give me other collocations with friend using it?
Mm. Old friend
Old friend. Okay, very good.
and best friend.
Best friend. Okay.
Yeah. And try childhood friend.
Okay, very good. Childhood friend. Or you can also
Mm.
say long lost friend, mutual friend, so on and so forth. Okay. So that's how you could learn or you could how to say this, expand your vocabulary with a certain friend. Friend is
Mm.
general. But if you want to be
Mm.
specific, what's your connection with that person? Either you could say close friend, that's my childhood
Mm.
friend, that's my best friend,
Mm.
so on and so forth. Okay.
Mm.
Mhm.
Yes.
So
Okay.
that's how you could learn more collocations. Because if we say
Mm.
collocations, those are what we consider words that naturally go together in English.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
So, any other questions so far, Miss Sharon?
No.
No. Okay, thank you so much and good job for answering the questions that we have here. So that's how you could know a piece of vocabulary or lexical word. That's how you could
Mm.
expand your vocabulary knowledge. Okay?
Mm.
So, since
Okay.
it's already time, Miss Sharon, that's just to give you a heads up on your next IELTS speaking class. You will proceed to um how to say this, like to do you will focus with part 3. Just like what
Mm.
happened with part 1 and part 2, you will also do a speaking activity. Okay?
Mm.
So for this one. Now, overall, good job for this afternoon, Miss Sharon, because you were able to answer our activities here, especially with knowing a piece of vocabulary and for identifying which word is more neutral. Which word are old fashioned and informal. Okay, so
Mm.
that's how you
Okay.
should be careful when you use a certain vocabulary in IELTS speaking because it matters because that will affect your score. Okay.
Mm.
So I guess that's all. So thank you so much again, Miss Sharon, for attending in our class. So enjoy the rest of your afternoon, and I'll see you next class. Okay. Bye
Thank you.
bye.